Oh well.
Could be. All right. Um, so what we're going to talk about today is two-suited overcalls. So we'll I'll try and go through this somewhat quickly. I think you're pretty familiar with this already. But we've got a hand like this where if the right-hand opponent opens one club or one diamond, we'll Q bid their suit to show 5-5 in the majors. So this would be a ideal hand for that. Doesn't take a lot of strength, but where we're able to show 10 of our cards in one bid, that's really powerful. And and we have two choices of suits for partner, so there's a good chance that we have a trump fit with partner.
So Rick, one thing I heard was intermediate hand, and when one suit is obviously stronger than the other one, it's better just to overcall the stronger suit. That's something I've heard being mentioned. Like with a
That
weak
can
hand
be
or a
the
strong
case.
hand, you do the two-suited bid.
So there's a style called Minimax. Let me see what if they say what the range. Yeah, this one is recommending not Minimax. Hang on, let me see. Yeah, they say for an intermediate hand with 13 to 15 points, do not use Michaels.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have a chance to bid a second suit?
Yeah, well, it allows you to divide your strength up into 3 ranges. So in the 8 to 12 points, you'll use Michaels, but then you'll pass whatever partner bids. If you have 16 or more points, you'll use Michaels and then make another bid. And partner will know you have to be 16 or more points then. And if you're intermediate, don't. And so the idea is that if you do Michaels, and let's say that advancer, your partner, has 13 points, should they make a move towards game or not? And if you play mini-max, they don't need to move towards game because they know you don't have 13 to 15. And if you have more, you'll bid again. My general recommendation, and some of what they're recommending online here, is to use it whenever you have the shape for it. Better to show your 10 cards even if you have the intermediate values. So that's where I think what Tony's saying might be right. If you're in that intermediate range and you have one suit that's clearly stronger than the other, then maybe that's the time to break off and not use the Michaels and overcall. But if you have a particularly strong hand or just a weak hand, just do the Michaels regardless.
Well, the only thing about that is if you have 2 5-card majors and you've got one that's very strong, it could be that your partner has a lot more cards in your weaker one, and your high cards in your other suit are going to be good anyway.
That is correct. So you're definitely giving up on that scenario, which is one of the reasons that doing Michaels can still work out better, even with that hand. But they're saying not just with one suit is stronger than the other, but one suit is stronger than the other, and the high card points are in the 13 to 15 points. Total
So
points.
that you could bid your second suit?
Yeah, you have enough to bid your second suit later.
Okay.
But if you're 16 or more points, you're still going to use Michaels because you have another bid coming.
Okay.
And so if you have this really strong hand, the 16 or more, you'll start with Michaels and then you'll make another bid afterwards. But for people starting out with Michaels, I say just do it whenever you have the shape, because you need to get practice with it to start getting the feel of it. So here's another example. The right-hand opponent opens one club. So is this worthy of a Michaels 2-club bid?
Sure.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. We sure don't want to overcall a heart and then bid 2 spades later. That would be a reverse, and the suits are pretty terrible. But if we can show 10 cards in one bid, that's definitely the way to go. And we'll just pass whatever partner bids. Now here's an example of what they think you should open one spade or overcall one spade.
yeah, you don't have to reverse to bid 2 hearts.
Right, but you won't show 5 hearts by doing that, but you could do it by bidding hearts again. But this one seems too strong to me. This is a
Yeah, to me, this
19 points.
exactly. This is too strong.
So this
Not do
one I would
Michaels.
definitely do a Michaels and then make another bid.
So, when would you make another bid? So
Well, if you bid
club,
2 clubs with this, partner is going to bid either 2 hearts or 2 spades.
right?
Then when it comes back to you, you get to bid again.
So,
probably
what would you do then? Would you bid the suit that your partner didn't bid?
No, you'd probably bid your short suit.
Your clubs?
In this case, clubs, yeah. Because he already knows about your long suit, so by bidding one of the other 2 suits, you're showing which one are you short in.
So that's sort of like bidding a control.
It's like bidding a control, and it's also saying that I'm in that 16 plus range.
Okay.
And it's obviously forcing, so partner's not going to pass it. Let's see. Here's another example. This is one they feel is strong enough to do that method. Here you'd say 2 clubs, and then over whichever major partner picks, you bid 3 diamonds, maybe to show your shortness. You probably don't even have to do that, but you might try and do control bids, depending on which suit he supported. But this seems like a hand that you are almost guaranteed to make a slam on, no matter what partner has. And then this one here, they start out with, let's see, 1 club. So what do we bid here?
You could double to show both majors, couldn't you?
It's too weak to double.
It's too weak.
Okay.
You got to show an opening hand, and then you get to count dummy points when you do a takeout double, but still that's only 10 points. Can you do 2 clubs?
Well, if you want to lie a little bit.
Yeah, I would not lie like that. It's not usually good to lie on the 2 suited bids, because you usually wind up playing at a minimum at the 3 level.
Well, I just overcall 1 heart.
So is that a good quality heart suit?
Well, marginal.
If your partner is defending and they're on lead, would you rather have a heart lead or a spade lead?
Neither.
Well, if I'm going to have one, I'd rather
Yes.
get a spade lead.
That's true.
Better cards. So this one is you could bid a heart, but you could pass, and I would probably pass with this.
You know, always when I don't bid, I usually find that I'm that I probably should have bid. I usually find that my biggest weakness is not being quite assertive enough.
Uh-huh. Here, I've got the thing for you here. Hang on. See what they're saying?
Yeah, but what's their problem? Oh, they're sitting up there.
Yeah, there are these high-rise construction
Playing
workers
bridge.
having lunch, playing bridge at the top of the trellis.
Yeah.
It's like the Cowardly Lion. If I only had the Noiv. So we're bring this back up. Okay, so one heart could be okay here. Pass could be okay. You have almost certainly another bid coming is one of the reasons to consider a pass here. Is one club is not going to get passed all the way around. And if it does go one club pass, and maybe partner bids a spade, now we've got a great hand for that, right? We can support partner spades, and we've got a singleton club. We can make a Q bid limit raise. Lots of ways to show the hand on the second time around. Okay. So here the opening bid is one club. Can we say two clubs?
Nope.
I think you have to say one spade.
That's right. And with two 5-card suits, we'll bid the higher ranking, even though the low diamonds is a stronger quality, better quality suit. And so here starts out one diamond on our right. So we will bid
Two diamond.
Yep.
two diamonds. And here what are we going to bid?
So they opened one diamond.
Yeah.
I want to double.
I think I'd do a reverse. Well, wait a minute. I
We
think
could
that
show this shape by
some
overcalling a
cards
heart
and
and then rebidding spades and then rebidding spades, but you're not going to likely have that many bids coming.
Like for that reason, I think I like to double.
And then what are you going to bid when your partner bids, say,
Club.
club?
Diamond.
That should show strong support for
Club.
clubs.
Yeah.
So this is another one. We just start out with two diamonds. And then we'll bid our clubs on our next bid, showing partner we have a really strong two suited majors hand. Or maybe we just try for no trump.
Speaking of which, what's leaping Michaels?
So leaping Michaels is
I've heard of that term many times, but never bothered to read into it.
yeah, let's take a look because I have seen that too. Oh, it's over a preempt.
Oh, okay.
Over a week, two hearts or two spades.
And what did that show?
It shows you bid 4 clubs or 4 diamonds. It shows the suit you bid and the other major.
Wait. Okay. So it's not a cube Michael's in the sense of a cubit, it's a Michael in the sense of a two suited bit.
That's correct.
Okay.
And it shows the other major and a minor, but you actually bid the minor in that case.
Right.
So if somebody opens one club, you'd say 2 diamonds? No.
No, it's over a week 2.
Oh,
So-
over week 2. Okay.
So they show an auction like this where East, our right hand opponent, opens a week 2 hearts. And this is our hand here.
Ah,
So compare with 3 heart. This is let's show a stronger hand.
Well, 3 hearts is could be asking a Western Q bid, asking partner to bid 3 no trump with a heart stopper. 3 hearts would not normally be Michael's.
In this case? Huh.
Yeah, over week 2, you have to decide what you want the 3 to be.
Okay.
But 3 is not automatically assumed to be Michael's, although a lot of people would play that it is. Because you may need the Western Q bid more than you need to show the 2 suits at that point. So here 4 clubs would be the bid. It's a jump to 4 clubs, so that's showing clubs and spades. And 2 diamonds, 4 clubs shows clubs now and a major. Bidding 4 diamonds, the opponent suit says which major, and now you bid your hearts. That seems like a reasonable thing to have, although I don't recall a time I wish I had it. Okay, so I'm going to go on here, the second part. Here they're showing using it in the pass out seat. Advancer making the Q bid. So it's still valid there. Here they're showing it over a week 2. Here's what they say: the intermediate Q bid over a week 2 could be used to show a very strong hand or given some other meanings. However, most partnerships that use Michael's would assume it's still Michael's.
Okay.
I think the leaping Michael's allows you to use that to show a different hand. All right, and then the other one is the unusual no trump. So here they open a 1 heart, and we can bid 2 no trump, showing that we have the minors in this case. But if they open a minor, it means we have hearts in the other minor. The same kind of idea. And then we use
I just want to say, that second hand, I want to be filmed for no trump.
this one here.
I almost want, I'm very, very close to bid
Yes,
for
I
no trump.
agree. I agree.
you're very close to what?
Bidding
If
for
this
no
is
trump.
your hand and it starts out 1 heart, you can overcall 4 no trump, which is also the unusual no trump.
Why isn't 2 no trump the unusual no trump?
They both would be, but 4 no trump prevents them from bidding, like supporting hearts, for instance. It's already responder hasn't even been able to bid yet, and it's at 4 no trump.
Okay.
So as to get us into 5 of a minor where we are sure we want to play, but also prevent them from finding out if they have a fit or not. So neither one of them is going to be comfortable competing to 5 hearts, hopefully. So 3 no trump here would actually be to play. But 2 no trump is unusual, 4 no trump is unusual, and 1 no trump is just a 1 no trump overcall. So this one here, we don't have 5 clubs, so we can't really do the two. Here they opened a spade, and we can't do 2 no trump. We could do 2 diamonds, which would probably be the best bid. They say you could consider a takeout double.
I would do it with 4 heart, not queen little.
I agree. It really promises 4 hearts when you do a takeout double of a major. If it was ace little, maybe, but that's not good enough there.
So what would you bid with that?
2 diamonds.
Okay. Okay.
And so here they've opened a club. So here we can say 2 no trump to show hearts and diamonds. And that's better than doing like just a 2 heart preempt. 2 no trump has the same preemptive kind of value. It eats up a lot of bidding space for the opponents. But again, it shows 10 of our cards when we bid 2 no trump, as opposed to showing 6 of our cards if we overcalled 2 hearts. What did they start? Yeah. Let me find the best exercises here. So right hand opponent bids a heart. What do we do here?
I think 2 hearts would be a good bid. I mean, 2 no trump.
2 no trump, that's correct. And here they, same thing, they right hand opponent opened a heart.
I think 2 diamonds.
And here the right hand opponent opens a heart.
Four club. No, sorry, no.
Now,
Too hard.
if they open 2 hearts, you could do the 4
Yeah,
club.
yeah.
1 heart, what do we say?
Probably I'd say 1 spade.
No, because you got two suited hand.
Okay.
They bid 2 hearts.
Oh, right, because it shows the other major and
Spades and a minor.
one of the minors.
And how does partner ask which minor?
They bid the lowest minor.
No,
No.
2 no trump.
2 no trump.
Oh,
What if there's interference after the 2 heart bid?
Well, then the advancer can decide whether they feel like bidding or not. They're forced to bid if there's a pass by the responder.
So I guess then the question is, which is the stronger bid, pass or bidding or what?
Pass would be a weaker bid because pass says, I just don't care.
Okay.
But if you bid, that's going to say.
At least shape-wise, you're willing to compete with the correct
Right.
shape.
All right. So let's go into shark here. We've got some good hands. Although I don't know how well the robots are going to participate the way we want here, but we'll see if we can make that work.
you're going to give us a link in the chat window?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's your link.
I clicked it and nothing's happening.
Okay.
Seems to be working for me. Just waiting for it to be seated.
So can you copy that link and just paste it into your browser?
You have to put the link again. It's disappeared.
Can you scroll up? Should be there.
There's no scrolling.
Do you have your email from Brian? It's in there.
I can put it. I'll try to put it up there.
Oh, wait a minute. Here, I've got it again. Okay, this time it came up.
All right.
And that's the wrong link I pasted anyways.
Okay.
So just give me a second. Linnea's like, diamonds, everybody's got diamonds.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to raise his diamonds.
Uh-huh. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. So how many points do you think? So 3 hearts here is a preemptive bid, showing a weak hand with 4 hearts.
No.
It is.
Okay, well then I'm going to undo.
Okay.
I thought what it was showing is that I had more than 8 points. Sort
That
of
would
like,
be if he had doubled, but
right.
here he is nominally a weak hand, and if he has extra values, he will bid again.
Oh, okay.
Which again is, I think, it's value when you try to min max with the Michaels.
Right. But you can guarantee he's not that in that 13 to 15 kind of range if you play min max, because he doesn't do that with that. So I'm going to back you up a second, Linnea.
Okay.
The well, go ahead. You keep on going. You're fine. This can be all right. Are you ducking that one?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, the robots are not defending very well here.
What, you think that I'm gonna make it because they're so bad?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Are you thinking you need to rough your clubs here because you have club losers?
I'm thinking I need to maximize the use of my the trump that I have left.
Okay.
Let's see, I've gotten 6 tricks so far.
Yeah. I think you're going to make it despite your best efforts.
Yeah, I think I should have started roughing out some spades before I drew any trump.
Yeah.
Yay! Yeah, I should have started cross-roughing right away.
Yeah, so the idea on this hand is when you look at it, so let's count losers. How many losers do you have?
Well, if I rough some spades, I only have.
Roughing spades is how we get rid of losers.
Oh, okay.
We count losers where we don't have caching top tricks.
Okay, well, I've got a club loser and a
Yeah.
diamond loser and 4 spade losers
And a heart loser.
and a heart.
So
So
one,
I
two,
should have
six,
done
seven losers.
I
And
should
you
have
need to get
roughed. I should have roughed 2 spades before I pulled any spades. I mean, any hearts.
right. That's the idea, is that you don't have the luxury of drawing around a trump.
Mm-hmm.
And what should have happened when they got in the South with that 10 of hearts, which you let them win, they should lead their diamond, jack of diamonds.
Mm. Yes, they should.
And then
Wait.
you open your king of diamonds at the end. You should go down.
Wait. So the opening lead was a trump.
It
So
was.
How can we get cross to east twice to rough 2 rounds of spade?
You don't get to rough 2 rounds, but you should rough 1.
Right.
And that'll get you the extra trick that you need.
Okay.
You'll get, I think, 4.
4 hearts, 3 spades, a rough, and a club. Well, probably not enough time to set up all the spades. So
Right.
yeah.
You get 4 hearts. A spade is 5. A spade rough is 6. A club is 7. And
You can probably develop one spade trick. A club or a spade?
No, maybe another spade. Yeah, it's possible you get a spade at the end. But the idea is you want to think about those losers first and think, I need to do a lot of roughing, and cross roughing is fine too. But there's a tendency when you are 2 hearts by the west to think that, oh, I look at the losers in the west hand, I've got a bunch of diamonds to lose, I got a bunch of clubs to lose, I need to be roughing those. But you want to look at the long trump hand and count your losers from the long trump hand. And the long trump hand only has 1 diamond loser and only 1 club loser. Okay, let me see which way this goes. Okay, yeah, we can go on to the next one like this.
Is that intended?
That's correct, yeah. So what do you think, Tony, you're going to be able to defeat 3-no trump?
I don't think so, but
Right. Do you have an alternative?
I know, just trying to make sure the numbers, like how many I can go down and be okay with, and
Right.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It looks like they put in some smarter robots for you, Tony.
But you should pass this, Linnea.
I already did. Oh,
Yeah,
I
you
thought I already passed. Oh, I passed. I have to pass the double.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So can't say I exactly agree with the lead, but whatever.
So what does the Queen of Hearts suggest about the heart honor distribution?
Hmm.
Well, he could have Queen Jack of Hearts.
Right?
Like that's likely.
That's
and
likely. Does he likely have the king?
No. If I do.
So now how do we think the hearts remaining are?
There should be one outstanding heart,
Hmm.
and it's most likely.
Oh, there's two outstanding hearts, the king and the
1, 2,
jack.
3,
haven't
4.
been played.
Oh yeah.
So you don't want to, hang on, I'm going to stop you here.
Uh-huh.
No need to rough your way back, right? You've got your heart set up.
Oh. If so, let's think about it. Heart is set up. Trump, or if Trump split 2-2, it's easy. If Trump is 3-1, which is most likely the case, one,
You can leave one
check.
outstanding.
I can leave one else. Well, if it's 3-1, I'll leave 2 outstanding.
No.
If I draw 2 of them.
Draw 2 rounds.
Oh yeah, yes. I can rough back whatever that's not
Mhm.
diamond. I'm stuck.
No, you lead
Oh yeah, it's the computer's weird.
Okay. And this is a common scenario where you draw trumps and you leave them with the master trump. Let them rough in with it. But you can go ahead and claim the rest now.
Yep.
So you made your 4 spades doubled. How would they do in 3 no trump?
1, 2, 3. He got 10 tricks in minors,
Yeah.
making over
The
tricks.
best you can do is take ace, king of spades, and the ace of hearts.
Yep.
So they'll make an over trick. So they'll make 630 their way. So this is like a 1200 point swing by going to 4 spades your way. You don't have to make, but even if you went down, it would be a lot better. You could go down a couple of tricks and it's still better.
So would you say on average, like if we were the even vulnerability, would I be on average to better betting the 4 spades? Like this vulnerability,
Yes.
I'll probably
Yeah,
definitely.
with even vulnerability, let's say that you're down 2 doubled, it's
Right.
still better than them making it.
Mm.
It's 300 versus 420 or 500 versus or 630, 500 versus 600.
Because when I was about to bid, my hunch, I guess, yeah, it's still playing out the same, trying to like rough out the hearts and set up hearts in West.
Exactly. You
Right.
can envision that in the auction when you're thinking about should I sacrifice or not. And so you have a strategy because you have 4 trumps, you should be able to rough hearts a couple times. This would have worked out even if the hearts were 4-2 with 4 in the south. You could afford to rough 3 times, I think, and get back with the club roughs like you were originally going to do. All right, let's see which way the next one goes. I'm going to switch you to north-south. And
It's not letting me bid anything.
yeah, I haven't turned the robots on yet. Okay,
Oh,
let me see if I've got this. Oh no, that gotta, sorry, let me undo that.
it bid for me.
Yeah, I bid for you. Let me look at my thing here real quick. I'm gonna pass for you. And then bid.
I feel like I have no free will.
That's right. Oh, let me do this. We'll see what the robot does here. Okay. But I may need to intervene. Oh, it's doing the right thing.
Surprised they didn't double that.
Uh-huh. They remember the last hand, didn't they?
It's your declare, Tony.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
He's thinking about it. So where do you think the missing high cards are?
10, 10s, there's even 20. Like, oh, there's an ace. There's 16 more. So East shouldn't have the ace,
Right.
although possible, very unlikely. And the King of Diamond, I kind of have to hope it's on West. Otherwise, I'm in a lot of hurt.
Right.
No
You
reason
see
not to
that?
assume it.
And then you see that line of thinking there? Each side has 20 high card points, right?
Yes.
And West opened the bidding.
Yeah.
So West nominally has 13 high card points. And that will leave East with 7. And East just led the ace of spades. So they may have like 3 other high cards.
What's the safest way to play diamond?
Well, what do you want to do next is the question.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, the
exactly.
safest way. The problem with the diamonds is if you go queen, king, ace,
Well, it's not going to
that's
be queen. It's going to be little jack. Then
right.
hopefully the ace king drop on the second time around because I can't cross back to the dummy.
And plus the thing, if you do queen, king, ace, that's going to promote their 10.
Right.
Yeah, so you have to hope it's either singleton or doubleton.
He has one more.
Mm-hmm.
Can I afford to wait? No way. Yeah, I can.
You can't. Yeah. I would have done it the other way then, taken the queen first and then the jack, so I'd be in the hand to do the club finesse.
Okay. Well, I can cross with heart.
Yep. Well, they make it easy for you.
Yeah.
But if they duck, you should still let
I
it
should
let
play
them
low
duck.
and play another round.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, those are good.
Yep. Okay. So
Okay.
5 diamonds there with only 20 high card points. That just demonstrates the value of a 5-5 hand, especially where partner has 4-card support for one of your suits. A lot of playing strength. All right, let's look at the last one here. See if they'll cooperate here. I think they will.
Hmm.
No, 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 no. That's for sure not right.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, sorry, I mixed it up with the other.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now stop and think the same calculus. I mean, you can take the king of spades, but you got to decide, do you want to win it in your hand or do you want to win it in the north and try the diamond finesse?
Well, I'm going to put the king of spades on it, right?
Yeah, but you can rough it if you want to.
I can, yeah. Yeah, that's true. I can roughly.
So who's got the remaining high cards?
Well, let's see. East has shown the ace of spades and so they probably have maybe 3 more points. Let's see.
Well, so let's think about it. So this is a much easier thing to do before you play to trick 1. So let me undo here for a second.
Okay.
They start with the ace of hearts, but you can look at both hands and see, okay, dummy has 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points, high card,
Yep.
and you've got 12. That's 23. The opponents have 17 points, high card points, and West opened. Okay.
Right, so West has 13-ish
Yeah.
and
And when East plays the ace of spades,
that's all their points.
that's all their points. So go ahead and quickly play through these tricks
Yeah.
here. I got to turn the robots back on again. Where is it?
Okay, I got it. So the point is, why take a finesse that's going to lose anyway?
Right. And there's no chance the finesse would succeed, but there's a decent chance the king will drop singleton because they only have 3 diamonds between them.
Yes.
So you can claim now because the clubs
Yeah.
are all good. But that's why I say that kind of analysis works out well. In particular, if you're in a game contract and the opponent's opened the bidding, you can usually sort out all of the high cards very quickly. But in particular, you want to calculate how many high card points you think your right-hand opponent has. And if you see them come up early, that tells you the answer. And what more advanced declare play has is, let's say they didn't play the ace of spades right away. So you didn't know who had the ace of spades. If you could afford to play the king of spades and give up a spade, make them show their ace. You call that a discovery play. You've discovered where their 4 points are. Now you know where all of openers' points are. So
So how
sometimes
did
you might postpone a decision like whether to finesse or not, or which way to finesse, until you do a discovery play and a side suit to map out where all the high cards are.
so for this particular hand, if for instance ace of spade is on West and East start with Jack high or something, there's no real way to discover it. Would it be?
Right. And then you would probably try the finesse because it's your 50%
Mm.
chance, and that's better than dropping one of 3 cards. But if the ace of spades had been in the West, but you found that the king of hearts, like you could afford to do another round of hearts, and you found the heart honors were split, that would be another indication that West has the king of diamonds. Anyhow, I got to run.
Yep. Thank you.
And no class for the next 3 weeks. It's holiday next week, and then I'm on vacation. So
Okay, thanks,
Have
Rick.
fun.
seeing you guys.
Have a
Take it
good
easy.
time.
Later.
Thanks.